What is up, guys? My name is PDWinnall and welcome to the first of a bunch of comprehensive how-to guides for everything you can do in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. This video is going to show you guys how you can very quickly and efficiently EV train your Pokemon so they can be used in competitive battles. There's a few methods on how you can very quickly EV train, but this one is the quickest. There's Pokepelago, there's the Festival Plaza, but this video is going to show you guys how you can take advantage of SOS chaining effectively when a wild Pokemon is at low health. It will call for an ally and effectively make the battle a 2 versus 1. You can use that to very quickly and easily EV train your Pokemon, and in this video I'll show you guys how to do it. So there's a couple of requirements. You're going to want a very high level Pokemon with the move Full Swipe. That's just going to make your life a heck of a lot easier. So I have got my Kartana with the move Full Swipe. Perfect. Step 1 complete. If you've completed the game, you're going to have a high enough level Pokemon that will also be able to learn the move Full Swipe. So don't worry about that requirement. Very easy. Go to any Pokemon Center and you guys are going to be able to purchase Adrenaline Orbs. These are pretty much required to make ally Pokemon, to make SOS chaining a thing. So bring Adrenaline Orbs. You guys probably know how they work at this point. Now we are currently located at the Royal Avenue. For step 3, you guys are going to want to obtain every single power item. So if you go to the Battle Dome right here at the Royal Avenue, this is the location of where you can purchase power items for battle points. Each power item is 16 battle points. You can obtain battle points by either participating in battle royales here at this area, or by participating at the battle tree, participating in battles and all that kind of stuff. So these are all the power items. Power items have changed in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Rather than giving you 4 additional EVs, they now give you 8 additional EVs per Pokemon you defeat, which is absolutely incredible. The final thing you're going to need, and probably the hardest thing to get a hold of, though getting a hold of the power items can be a little bit time consuming, you're also going to want PokéRus. So PokéRus doubles the amount of EVs you get from a battle, from any battle. So if you have a power anklet, let's say that's going to give you 8 speed EVs, it will then double to 16, and then if you're taking on a Pokemon that gives you 1 EV, it will take it up to 18, because that 1 additional speed EV will be doubled to 2, making 18 speed EVs given to you for each Pokemon you defeat. Now for every Pokemon you defeat in a SOS chain, you are going to get double the EVs for that Pokemon, which is absolutely massive. I'm going to demonstrate that to you guys right now. That means you only have to defeat 7 SOS chained Pokemon to fully max out a Pokemon's EV stats. So I am going to give Cyndaquil the power anklet, and we are going to first begin EV training its speed stat. EV training is massive for competitive battling. I'm sure if you're watching this video you guys know what it is, so I don't really need to explain it. Now on screen right now, and also in the description down below, I'm going to show you guys the best locations and the best Pokemon for you guys to chain to make EV training just an absolute breeze. So I am going to fly out to Howoli City, the outskirts, and we're going to go near the Pokemon Professor's laboratory, and we're first going to try to chain Wingull. Wingull give you speed EVs, and yeah, that's the best Pokemon because they're common. That's the best Pokemon to EV train speed, I believe. So let's go in here. You're going to want to make sure your EXP share is enabled. Now if you want to share PokéRus, make sure your EXP share is disabled, so you don't give your Pokemon any unnecessary EVs. You can keep PokéRus by making sure the Pokemon is deposited in your PC before it strikes midnight. That will mean it retains PokéRus. Though if PokéRus does get healed, the effects of PokéRus will still linger. It will still double your XP, double your EVs. It will just mean it's no longer spreadable. So hopefully this is a Wingull. There we go. First encounter. Wingulls are incredibly common here. Let's begin EV training then, shall we? So what we are going to want to do, we are going to want to just very quickly throw out an Adrenaline Orb, if I can even find them. There you go. Phil, you are struggling right there. You made that a lot more difficult than it really needed to be. It makes the Pokemon nervous, and then we're going to full swipe. And then every single Pokemon it calls for help, that's the Pokemon we're going to defeat. So within 7 chained Pokemon, Cyndaquil's EV stat for speed is going to be completed, which is absolutely incredible. So we're going to full swipe right there. Let's see, there we go. Let's see if it calls for help. Supersonic, that's a little bit frustrating, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to just probably recover it, and then we'll start taking on each of the chained Pokemon. So here we go. I'd say this is pretty... Okay, we can use this turn to heal up, as help didn't actually appear. So this maybe... I keep saying quicker and easier than horde encounters, and it's definitely quicker. It's just obviously having to deal with 2 Pokemon's attack per... Well, 1 Pokemon's attack per turn. Like Supersonic, very frustrating. Wingull knew we were going to heal our confusion there. Can get just a little bit frustrating, but it's okay. It's okay. It's much better than using the Pokepelago and the Festival Plaza and all that kind of stuff. There we go, a Wingull appears. And also using this method, you could very easily come across a shiny Pokemon once in a while. So it's a very nice way to do that. So we're going to hopefully not get confused on this turn. Maybe having a Pokemon that's... I don't even know if they exist, but incapable of being confused, that would be perfect. It just means... you don't have to worry about all that kind of stuff. Beast Boost, Ultra Beasts are perfect for this. So the rest of our team is going to receive effort values for that. But Cyndaquil is going to receive a lot more because it's got PokéRus as well as the Power Anklet. So Growl, that doesn't matter as our attack's been boosted. And now we just have to defeat 6 more. And then Cyndaquil's speed EV is going to be 100%. It's going to be at 252, so that is absolutely perfect. So Air Slash, let's hope we don't get confused, of course. There we go, 2 in a row, so we're getting quite lucky with that. The only problem with Wingull is that it can confuse you, but because it's such a low level, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, with Horde encounters, it took 5 battles for you to be able to get a fully complete EV stats. With this, I think it's slightly quicker, which is absolutely fantastic. So come on, it's not going to call for... Well, it's not. Its help isn't going to appear, so that's perfectly fine. We'll just use another full heal and just hope that it doesn't confuse us. There's still 5 more Wingull we need to defeat. Brilliant. Here we go. So Growl, that does not matter because we're such a high level that, hey, it doesn't matter if our attack stat is even at -6. So just 5 more we need to defeat now. Wingull appeared. Fantastic. 5 more. After this turn, 4 more. I didn't mean to actually hit that Wingull right there. That was a bit of an annoyance. But you guys get the idea. So I'm going to see you guys at the end of this battle after 4 more Pokemon defeated in this chain. With a fully complete EV stat. So I will see you guys just at the end of this battle. Also, I very quickly wanted to add that the max amount of EVs per stat can have is actually 252 in Pokemon Sun and Moon, not 255. So you guys are very easily going to be able to use this method to EV train your Pokemon without paying too much attention and still put, say, 4 EVs into HP. So don't worry, this method is an incredibly easy and passive way to EV train your Pokemon. Anyway, I'll actually skip ahead now. And here we are at the end of the battle. I actually lost count of how many we had actually defeated, but I checked my PP. This is the 7th one that we had defeated. So absolutely fantastic. So there we go. That would mean our Cyndaquil has fully maxed out speed stat right now. Has a fully maxed out speed stat, which is absolutely fantastic. So we will run from this battle. And yeah, I will show you Cyndaquil's fully maxed out speed stat. It's actually very easy to check your Pokemon's EVs within the menus of Pokemon Sun and Moon, which is absolutely fantastic. So let's check out Cyndaquil right here. It is holding the Power Anklet, of course. If you press Y, you will see that Speed's EV stat is fully maxed out because it's sparkling, which is superb. I love the fact that they've incorporated the hidden values into the menus of Pokemon Sun and Moon. So yeah, in the description down below, you're going to be able to see the locations of every other Pokemon that are helpful for EV training. There's Ghastly at the cemeteries and all that kind of stuff. If I find any easier Pokemon to like get speed EVs, I'll put that in the description in the video on screen and all that kind of stuff. I'll flash all on screen right now. So I hope you found this video helpful. Yeah, a like would be really appreciated. Subscribe to see more of my future Pokemon Sun and Moon how-to guides and a bunch of other Pokemon Let's Plays and top 10s and all that kind of stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.